Hello, welcome to another Becoming a Modern Man video. Playing with Seismic Assault again. I think my article on Pure MCGO should be up by now, but we've played a few more matches and had a few more exciting matches, so I figured I'd record them anyway. Seems though they were quite fun and maybe slightly better than some of the videos I've got actually put in the article. So just gonna show you this one. This one was a matchup against green-white Hatebears. We lost the roll, but see if we can get our opening hand. So we've got Life from the Loam, Faithless Looting, Smallpox, and Abrupt Decay. Looking like a fairly nice hand. I always like to have Loam in the starting hand. One leads off with Vile. Just going to lead off with the Catacombs. Could have looted there, but to get rid of the Life from a Loam and start dredging, but with drawing Young Pyromancer, I kind of want to keep the Faithless Looting to just get an instant hit on the Pyromancer. Sorry about that, just a brief interruption from my phone. So here we are, opponent plays a Temple Garden. I'm going to go with a Blood Crypt, use Inquisition to see his hand, which isn't going to pop up annoyingly. So we see Double Path, Aether Mind Sensor, Cavany Township, and a Blade Splicer. I'm going to take the Blade Splicer. I'm not too worried about Aether Mind Sensor really. We've already cracked our fetch, so that's not too much of an issue. Path also isn't a great issue. I mean, him having two paths probably means that this Pyromancer, Young Pyromancer, isn't going to get too far, but it's not the worst really for us, since though we're not a creature heavy deck, and that's going to be okay. And just runs out the Mind Sensor straight off. I can't see any good reason to not play it at the end of its turn, but whatever. So we're going to Pyromancer while he doesn't have path up. Well, he's probably going to path it now, and get to throw away our Life from the Loam, which means we can start loaming. So yeah, we path. Fortunately we actually hit a land, despite Aether Mind Sensor being in play, but he does go for our only green source, which was Raging Ravine, and we don't manage to find a land off that. We're only 3 basics, so we're fairly lucky to actually get one land out of that deal. But yeah, that's not so great for us. So yeah, I didn't actually think about that when I saw the Aether Mind Sensor. So yeah, that's possibly more problematic than it first seemed. But I still think it was right to take the Blade Splicer. That would have been a bigger problem, I think, on the whole. But yeah, maybe we should have killed the Mind Sensor. Fortunately we draw straight into another green source. Inquisition, taking a Path to Exile, I think. And Smallpox, seeing that the other card in his hand was Restoration Angel, so I had to take the path. Seemed like a good time to Smallpox. We've now got a green source. We can get rid of his Resto, which would have been a problem had he actually landed it. Seems as though we've only got Abrupt Decay as removal, so Resto is a bit of a problem for our deck just generally. So he just draws another Vial. He's top decking. We're just going to loam, hopefully get into something interesting. I'm going to play out the Raging Ravine here, seeing as though we might be able to start getting that going. Not those Scavenge News, but obviously doesn't have enough mana to get rid of our loam from the yard. So I'm just going to Abrupt Decay that now. Not loaming at the moment, seeing as though, well, we did loam there, but kind of need to find something other than loam at this point in time. Otherwise we're going to just have to try and ride this Raging Ravine for victory, which is possible. I'm just going to fly in for 3 with his Mind Sensor. Hierarch's a little bit annoying just because it can chump our Ravine. But I think we're going to be able to to get into for 5 here, which is nice. We do have removal for a potential trump blocker in the form of Rook Decay. Front attack to 3 again, extend to 9, there's an Arbiter. We're dredging Loam a lot, but not actually finding anything nice. I mean, Flame Jab would have been good, Raven's Crime, not so good I suppose. Maybe we should have stopped dredging the Loam, because really we're looking, if we could find something like Seismic Assault, or if we'd drawn this Young Pyromancer, that probably would have been a lot better for us, but I don't know. I figured dredging Loam would have been good. I mean, Flame Jab is what we're really looking for. We'll pick off his guys, we could kill this Mind Sensor and the Hierarch, and probably the Arbiter as well. So we're just going to carry on with the Raging Ravine plan, seems though we're not actually finding the Flame Jab that we want. We can attack 4 here, we can attack for 7 back I believe. 3 counters on the Ravine, so yeah, we're keeping Abrupt Decay up if he wants to throw in a blocker. So he attacks 4, puts me down to 1. Could have killed one of his guys, but again I was trying to play around viling in the chump blocker. As it turns out, his last 2 cards are Scavenging Ooze and a land. Abrupt Decay the Scavenging Ooze, and we can kill him with the Raging Ravine. So a lot closer than I would have liked, but we got a nice handle on the game. It was a little bit annoying that we were dredging Loams and not actually finding anything useful to do with it. Which, I mean, I think maybe the deck could be tweaked a little bit. Maybe a Worm Harvest or some other cards that come out of the graveyard to do something interesting would be nice in the deck. But came together in the end, and Raging Ravine got there for us. So onto game 2. In terms of our sideboard plan, I brought in all my Ghost Quarters, which ends up paying off pretty nicely here, but just because he has a lot of search hate, and Ghost Quarter works nicely with that, so I can use some of his own tricks against him. So I'm going to leave this off with Vile, which is fine. Yeah, have a Ghost Quarter in hand, and a Life from the Loam, which all seems very nice for us. Our opponent plays Arbiter, which is fine. I'm going to Abrupt Decay his Vile, because I'm going to try and abuse his own Arbiter against him with this Ghost Quarter and start blowing up his lands. He also discarded one of his lands with the to the Raven's Crime, so I'm going to try and punish him for that by getting rid of his Vile. We went down for 2, went down to 14. There's a Thalia. Just going to kill that with the Dark Blast. And then Ghost Quarter is Temple. Tricks that really nicely. He's going to be attacking me down for 2 here, but he's not got another land drop. And then I Ghost Quarter is Gavany, and he ends up conceding. So yeah, to blowing up all his lands. Would have had to actually kill his Arbor off eventually, I imagine, which would have given him a bit of a chance to recover. But we're in pretty firm control here. Going to end up blowing back our land, and then hopefully we would have eventually dredged into some red sources, so we could play the Seismic Assault, and I think he'd have quite a time getting past Seismic Assault really, just the fact that nearly all his creatures are very small, and just generally it's pretty powerful. Getting the Loam and Seismic combination going probably would have killed him fairly shortly after, so I think it was a bit of an early concession, but I think fair under the circumstances, and yeah, quite a fun match.